Hey there, movie lovers! My name is Lane, and welcome to Film Finder, your new recommendation destination. Our goal here is simple. We'll be talking about an old and new film each episode and give you our honest opinions on each of them. Our hopes are that you'll be inspired to give these movies a shot and build your own opinions. Let's get started. Our new movie for the week is one that puzzled our team. We don't know why this film was made, but we can see the appeal. Man versus animal has been a trope as old as the Greeks, and this film is no exception. Today's matchup, Charles from The Office versus a very pissed off Mufasa in Beats. In this action thriller, recently widowed Dr. Nate Daniels, played by Idris Elba, and his two teenage daughters travel to a South African game reserve run by an old family friend who's a wildlife biologist, because that's what's relevant in the film. However, what begins as a journey of healing soon turns into a fearsome fight when a lone lion, a survivor of bloodthirsty poachers, begins stalking them. Now, the main point of this film is interesting. A male lion who loses his pride decides to hunt all humans. It's not something that happens in the real world. Now, if this was a tiger, it would make a lot more sense since tigers will kill anything for the hell of it. So why they made a lion do this is just interesting to us. Though we did like the times when Nate fights the lion, it had some Revenant vibes to it. This film suffers the same problems of monster movies, where you don't really care about the plot or the human interactions, you just want to see some action. Outside of the action, the rest of the film is just uncomfortable to watch, as it doesn't really grab your attention in the way you'd want to, which may be for the best, as the plot's not fully developed or that likable. Neither of the characters. We have seen the trope of one parent gone, so now the other has trouble connecting with their kids one too many times, and frankly, this wasn't the right movie for it. Mare, the oldest daughter, is horrible, plain and simple. She contributes nothing to the story except unnecessary attitude towards her father, who is in grief, mind you. All the actors in the film are not on their game, as if all the dialogue is just heavily forced upon them, and if they say it wrong, they'll just let the CGI lion out early. We honestly believe that this film had potential, but they wasted it and constantly repeated the mistakes that weren't working in their favor. The CGI was great at least, and you can't help but love Alba's smooth, amazing, lovely voice. Overall, Beast underdelivered. Our team at Film Finder gives it a 5 out of 10. Mistakes were made, but the CGI holds up and the lions remind us that nature is scary and bloody. On a real note, I really want to see this lion take on Simba. It would be like Rocky 3 had a baby with cats. I'd see it, honestly. Let's keep the theme of subpar films of humans versus animals, shall we? Thanksgiving is coming up, which means it's time to watch Christmas movies, right? Well, if you're Jim Hayward, Thanksgiving is not a time to enjoy Christmas early. Thanksgiving does have its own lineup of film, but none are that popular. Hayward's vision was added to this list when he released onto the world the next big holiday classic, Free Bird. Not to be mistaken by the beloved Lynyrd Skynyrd song, Free Birds is about a presidential pardoned turkey, Reggie, who is voiced by Owen Wilson. Reggie gets to live a carefree lifestyle until fellow fowl Jake, voiced by Woody Harrelson, recruits him for a history-changing mission. Jake and Reggie travel back in time to just before the first Thanksgiving. The plan? Prevent all turkeys from ever becoming holiday dinners. That's basically it. Amy Poehler's in it, but yeah, that's all there is really. Now, we at Film Finder strive to be optimistic about films, as you should give them a shot and build your own thoughts on them. But we gotta warn you guys about this. This film's plot had made very little sense, and even if you squinted at it, you just couldn't really figure out why this exists. And seriously, if I hear about the Great Turkey one more time, it would be too soon. Normally a film with a poor plot does make up for an entertainment value. We saw that with Hocus Pocus, but in this case, no, not this time. The jokes aren't funny, and they rely on showing off the animation of turkey butts constantly as a last resort. Just unpleasant. The animation is not pleasant either, Exhibit A being this shot of these hunting dogs. Real Effects is the company that worked on the animation, the same company that worked on the movie The Book of Life. So why is one film beautiful and the other not so much? Makes you wonder, really. They had the technology. While they got well-known voices of Wilson and Harrelson, star power does not save this film. You can actually hear just how disconnected they are from the script. And trust us, you can tell when Woody Harrelson's giving it his all to film. He's not even trying with this one. To be fair, it's very hard to make an enjoyable movie based on a holiday of people just sitting down and excessively eating until their belt snaps. But to us, this looks like they put Avatar and Back to the Future, specifically the third one, and covered it with turkey feathers and called it a day. I'm not even sure kids, the target audience, will even know what's happening in this movie. We love Wilson and Harrelson, but this was not the film for them. We here at Film Finder give Freebirds a 3.5 out of 10. It isn't funny, it makes no sense, there's too much turkey butt. Too much. Our recommendation, if you wish to watch this film, listen to Freebird after, since that's the only piece of media that the name should ever be associated with. And I'm free as a bird now, cause I just sing Freebird, and I'm as free as a bird. Now it's time for Movie Check, our quick trivia for true fans of cinema. We rated both films pretty low this episode, but did you know that poor films can still get you something in the movie business? Today's question is, what is the name of the award for movies that underachieve? 20 seconds on the clock, starting now. Time's up, the answer is B, the Golden Raspberry. The Razzie Awards is a parody of the Academy Awards, as it gives actors the equivalent of participation awards for their films. And if you don't know what a raspberry is, some people don't get that. Well-known actress Halle Berry even has one when she was in Catwoman. Honestly, this award gives a whole new meaning to I'm ugly and I'm proud. And with that, we conclude this episode of Film Finder. We hope you enjoyed your time with us today, and we'll see you all soon with some new movies to add to your ever-growing watch list. Have a good one, folks. Yep, it's a dumb movie. Oh, I think Patrick's trying to record.